So you might look at this guy and say, who the heck is he? Well, I'm kind of in the same boat. I didn't know who he was, but apparently this was almost our brand new cornerback for our team. Let's talk about it. So Christian Fulton he's a cornerback in the NFL, obviously, who just signed a 1-year contract with the LA Chargers. He used to play for the Tennessee Titans. And according to sources, we tried to sign him. We actually tried to work out a contract with him in free agency before he ultimately went to the Chargers. So he would have been our cornerback number 4, which I guess, as a cornerback rotation guy, it's not really that big of a deal because you got to think, at the end of the day, we have a 90-man roster coming up for training camp and preseason. So if we pick up, this guy, but then we also, sign him to a know-nothing contract, go ahead and have Poison Ivy hopefully take an extension forward in this offseason and, training camp and stuff. It's okay. It is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. But, again, we end up losing out to the Chargers for him. Now, in his 4-year career, he had a total of 4 interceptions. Last year, didn't really do much of anything. He was good in tackling. He actually was 1 year really good in run defense, but other than that, he's been kind of wishy-washy overall-wise. He's played 42 games and 4 seasons, started 37 of them. So it's not like he's a know-nothing guy. He is a starter, okay? To a certain degree. 150 combined tackles, 116 solo tackles, 34 assists, 6 tackles for a loss. He had 1 sack in his career. Yeah, that's the guy. That right there, that's the guy. We offered him a contract. And again, like I said, it probably was a know-nothing contract. I'm not expecting it was that much. And I'm going to go ahead and show off his Pro Football Focus grades because I think it's very important. He definitely struggled last year, week 1 versus the Saints, 52.8 coverage grade. Against the Browns, a 35.3 coverage grade, 59.1 versus us. The game that we got destroyed in? Yeah, he was apparently awful at covering. He was great in tackling, to be honest. He is such a wishy-washy corner. And what I mean by that is, there's times where he looks really good, Atlanta and Pittsburgh, really bad. Then he also didn't play the last 4 games of the season as well. And then tackle-wise, he looked really good, really bad, really good, bad, good. And looking at his grades overall-wise, yeah. Can you say rotational piece without saying rotational piece? Yeah, he would have been a very down in the depth chart type of ad, where you add a guy like this so you can also draft somebody and have, competition in training camp and preseason to see who the better option is. I'm not too upset we didn't get him. There are some players, for example, the D tackle the Broncos just signed. We tried to sign him. I was kind of upset about that at first because I was like, he looks like he could be a really good player and has potential to be good. And, I never want to see us miss out on a guy who has potential, right? It's just, you never want to see that. This is the type of guy where it's could he have been good? Absolutely. Listen, he is young, and that's something we have to take in consideration. The guy is only 25 years old, almost 26 years old. He'll be 26 when the season starts. So can he develop and lose defense? Absolutely. Can our, secondary that's already really strong and really good, can it help him, mold him to get to a point where, he can be really good? Absolutely. We got Von Bell back, man. Anything's possible with Von Bell back. But now it's starting to beg the question, well, if that's the case and they try to get that guy, then they're still looking in free agency for cornerbacks. So there's probably other cornerbacks that they've talked to or are talking to currently. So I thought about myself, okay, well then who do I think they're going to sign, right? Because out of all the cornerbacks available still, who's the best option? Well, obviously it's not Cam Sutton. If you did not see my post the other day about this, he's getting arrested. He's getting arrested for some things, okay? Some domestic violence type things, okay? Yeah, Cam Sutton is not a good guy. He's not a good guy. He just got released today by the Lions, and yeah, he's going to be in trouble. J.C. Jackson, okay. He's still available, surprisingly enough. He's not a bad corner, 28 years old. The problem is, right, is when we go for a corner here, we're going for a fourth cornerback 4 who's going to be a rotational piece, right? So we're getting someone who we, in theory, is not going to be a starter, but could be a starter if we needed to. And you go down this list, Watkinson was pretty good with the Ravens last year. I wouldn't be against that idea. I really, for the right price, Eli Apple, I know it's crazy to say, but for a cornerback 4, I don't think it's crazy to say you pick him back up. Trey Flowers for a cornerback 4, not crazy to pick him back up. Trey Flowers was a monster for us when it came to covering tight ends. And we play Baltimore twice a year. Like, why not? And the Steelers have Freiermuth, who's really good. So getting ourselves a guy who can just cover tight ends, Trey Flowers is 30 years old, and he's still in free agency. He's going to cost nothing to go get. Both of those guys are going to cost nothing to go get. Even Rocky and Sin, to a certain degree, I feel like will cost nothing. So there's a lot of good players left. Like, honestly speaking wise, starting off this list, still good. Still good. Yes. No. He's still good. Like, Stephon Gilmore is still a pretty solid piece. We're not going safety, but Patrick Peterson, heck no. CJ Henderson, I don't think he's really that bad either. I think he's a good option. Levi Wallace, no, we're good. Rocky and Sin, I'm not against the idea. He just has injury concerns and injury problems. But other than that, he's pretty good. Eli Apple, yeah. Trey Flowers, absolutely. Logan Ryan, not really. I think he's kind of up there in age, a little bit too much. But like I said, like there's options available if we want to go with the cornerback position in free agency. Now, again, we're probably going to end up drafting somebody, and this upcoming draft class is actually pretty damn good for cornerbacks. So we have a lot of options in the draft. But again, like I said, you also have options still left in free agency if they want to go ahead and go for someone. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do go ahead and end up drafting, signing a cornerback before free agency ends. Or before the draft begins. We still have Nate Wiggins, yeah. Even if you go down this list here, I really like this guy, by the way. This guy, Kyrie Jackson, man, this is the guy I'm excited about, and I want to see how he progresses in the NFL. Because he is really good in run defense. And to have someone like this on our squad who can be a cornerback 4 / a run defender, put him in the box with Von Bell, this is one of those situations where we're going to shut down the run consistently and be able to destroy the run. But even going down this list here, there's a lot of great players. So the Bengals have a lot of options available for them at the cornerback position. But it is what it is. We didn't get this guy. You know, I'm not really sad about it. I hope he does well with the Chargers, okay? See you guys in the next one. Peace out.